Just yesterday, Western University mandated students living on residence will be required to have their first COVID-19 vaccine, at least their first shot, if they'll be living on residence, with a few exemptions, of course. With the fall 2021 school season around the corner, we also asked a number of post-secondary institutions in and around the GTA on what their vaccine strategy is and whether or not they'll require their students to get the shot.
In my experience, all of the young people that I know from both Queen's and other universities are very eager to get vaccinated. We've gone through a pretty interesting year.
A year where many students and faculty never met face to face. We put a call out to students asking if they'd like their school to have vaccine mandates.
Queens has not communicated whether we'll be required to have a vaccine or not. The communication has largely been around the fact that they are committing to reopening and returning to normal life as much as is possible under those circumstances.
I think that it would be a good idea because students come from, U of T is a huge campus and students come from all over the world.
We reached out to a number of schools in and around the GTA about their strategies this fall. Though encouraging vaccinations, the schools have not confirmed if they'd be mandated. The University of Toronto would only say it's working closely with the province and health officials, adding that it also has plans to host on-campus vaccine clinics. Ryerson says an update on the fall semester will come June 9th. York says it has not made any decisions for the fall, and Queen's University declined to provide a statement, deferring to a later date. Two students at that school say they'd welcome a mandate.
I think among the overwhelming majority of students, it's let's get back into school, let's get back to normal life, and let's do whatever we have to make that happen.
If it's the only way to get there, then I think people would understand that.
Looking at colleges here in the GTA, Humber says it doesn't require proof of vaccination except, quote, potentially for programs with work-integrated learning experiences that already require students and or staff to be fully vaccinated. Seneca did not respond to her email request, and Centennial College says it's looking to consult communities, adding, like many post-secondary institutions, it's grappling with the concept of mandatory vaccinations for students. This is the subject of considerable exploration and debate among college and university administrators.
It wouldn't surprise me if you post-secondary institutions, as part of in-person learning, have a mandate that students have the COVID vaccine, or giving them the option to learn online.
Mandating vaccines at schools isn't new, says Dr. Anna Banerjee, adding that a number of colleges in the U.S. are requiring their students to be vaccinated against the virus in order to attend in-person learning. She says the vaccines are particularly important for congregate settings like classrooms.
The consequences are pretty significant. So a lot of the reason why we get the COVID vaccine is to protect ourselves, but more importantly, it's really to protect the people around us.
And just yesterday, Ontario's Minister of Colleges and Universities sent out a memorandum on preparing for the fall 2021 school year. Minister Ross Romano will be holding a virtual discussion on the agenda, vaccinations, as well as testing. That conversation is set to get underway next Friday afternoon.